Hey, what's up? Um, so I'm in my room. Here, let me just reintroduce myself. So my name is John, and I am fixing this like holder or whatever. Okay, well, it wasn't what I was planning, but just want it down a little bit. That was like too much. Okay, that's good. Okay. All right. I'm in my room and why does it look like I'm looking off to the side? It's like so weird because I'm like staring at myself. All right. Okay, whatever. So, hi, my name is John. I live here in the Philippines now for about 5 years. I used to live in California, and there's something on my bed. And I'm like 30, whatever years old, and I'm like, I didn't grow up with selfies and like social media and like self videos and stuff. So I've been trying to get more into it because like a lot of people I know are like, can you please like post videos and stuff like, and I'm just like wondering like why, and then I guess there's like multitudes of reasons, but I guess they want me to be like a good influence on like younger kids or whatever here who like know me, and they're like, oh my god, John posted something, and then like just whatever comes about with like all that stuff. Okay, so yeah, I'm a big Survivor fan. I'm also a big video game enthusiast, and that's mainly my life. Because I'm like here, and then like I don't know, I'm just like chilling, and then like I don't think I need to explain, but I have a lot of free time on my hands, and so I haven't been updating you guys on my life because I just forgot like I was doing this, and then I was like, oh, like let me keep doing it because it's like kind of cool. And there were like people in the house, so now I can like talk at full voice. And yeah, so I'm in my room and I'm with my two dogs. They're like kind of sleeping. So they were probably wondering like, why is my master talking? Cause he never talks like, at night. Okay, I have this put on voice sometimes like in my head, and it's basically to like make myself laugh. So I'll try to talk like how I would talk to like one of my boys or something. Okay, so yeah, what's going on with my life right now is I wish you can see my hand gestures, but what's going on in my life right now? I'm on my Survivor rewatch because like I have like a rewatch cycle circulating going on all the time. I just got 4 DVDs from the US, and right now I'm on season 28 Kagayan, and it's like the final six or something like that. And basically, I just watch like an episode a day or something. And then on video games, oh my word, like I am like addicted to the shopping app here in the Philippines. It's called Shopee, and we don't have the biggest selection of video game sellers compared to like the US. Like, you can find like Sega CD games on Amazon, and all that cool shit. But here it's like, compared to the US, it's a little bit tougher to find stuff that you want. But when it comes to like current gen ish, like PS3, PS4, PS5, Switch and stuff, you can kind of find the stuff that you want. So, and for some reason, I think it's like a littlest bit cheaper. Just because, like, even if it's even even if they sorry, I haven't been speaking English in like so long. Even if they like look it up on pricecharting.com and they just like put the US price in pesos, so like I just think the US dollar goes a lot further than a Philippine peso. So, like, even if it's the same price, I think it's a littlest bit cheaper here for some reasoning of mine. But, yeah. So, like, right now, like, RN, like, what I'm doing is I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake on PS4 Pro, if it matters. And I'm on like chapter 17, and man, I just spit on the freaking screen. Oh, whatever. And then like I have a Discord and stuff, like, and I mainly chat with like my friends about video games. So I kind of like poke and prod what they're doing or what they're on, and then I kind of just do my own thing too. So right now I'm playing FF7R, and then I bought a few stuff like like I still kind of like PS1 RPGs, so trying to collect for that and play the games too, not just buy it and you never play it. But I like playing through my games too, like a savage. And I just got Valkyrie Profile from PSN. It was on sale, and then I haven't beaten that one yet. And then I got really into the Atelier series. My French teacher, I remember in high school, she said, if there's like a silent R, just say it. So I know everyone's like, can you say Atelier? I said it once, but I got really into the Atelier series, and I don't know why, cause like I don't know what the reason why I picked it up from GameStop when I was looking for RPGs one day, and they were like, the girl was like, I think we have Atelier. No, she was like, I think we have Atelier Rorona, and then I was like, okay. And always heard of Atelier online and stuff, but I thought it was just like a alchemy game. I almost said alchemy. I thought it was like an alchemy game, and usually I don't like alchemy in like RPGs or JRPGs, but I was just like, okay. So I bought it, and I never played it until like last year, like 10 years later. And I got really hooked. And the reason being is like, so I sort of live by myself. Like, sometimes my parents visit to like kind of, I don't know, check up on me or just whatever, just for whatever reason. And but most of the time, usually I'm by myself. Like, even if they're here or even if there's other people here, because people work here, I pretty much feel like I'm by myself like all the time, because I'm in my room like all the time and I do my own thing. Even when like I was in the US and I was going to college, or I was going to high school or going to college or going to work, like I always felt like I was by myself all the time. I think it's probably because I'm an only child and I'm just independent thinking like that. Like, I don't concern myself with other people or like my parentals or whomever. At the time, I'm just thinking about me and myself, and like, I know Canadians are like, Americans always talk about themselves. They start every sentence with I. And I'm like, well, I don't know. And but I'm not totally alone. I'm not like a loner, like, because I consider my dogs to be people too, and they're here with me, so they keep me company. But anyways, I was talking about Atelier Verona. So yeah, I got really into that, and it was mainly because like I'm by myself and like I'm thinking about stuff I need, and usually I think about like Survivor stuff. Like I'm really into like survivalist or Survivor stuff, and then like I think about like should I get a flint? Should I get magnesium? Should I get steel knife or whatever? And like I just think about stuff I'll need like if the power goes out, or if God forbid there's an emergency of some sort and like the house is like underwater and I'm like in the attic surviving, like I just think about situations like that and stuff, scenarios. And so I like items a lot, and the whole premise of the game is like inventory and like items and stuff. So I really like that a lot. And the story is pretty cool. It's kind of like a little bit girly and stuff. But I guess you can kind of consider Japan anime to be kind of girly. But it doesn't matter to me. I just like looking at girls no matter what, like Survivor or JRPGs. Like, I think the more girls, the better. But sometimes I do get into this like bro mode where I ditch all the girl characters and have like an all guys party and stuff. Sometimes I do stuff like that, but most of the time I'm okay with girls. Like I'm not like a hater. And sometimes when my electric fan is on, sometimes I think it's raining outside, but okay, so yeah, I got really into Atelier. So I got, what just came in is Atelier Sophie and the Mysterious Book for PS4, and I paid like $50 for that. I don't know if that's worth it, but like, I'm not really into like game selling and stuff, but I do kind of think about it sometimes, but usually I buy games to play them, and I really want to play Atelier. So I also have to finish Atelier Ayesha for PS3 on PS3, and because I was in the middle of playing it and I got PS4 Pro and I just stopped, and then that's where I stopped on PS3. And I really want to order Atelier Esha and Lodi, or Logi, I forgot, and Atelier Shally for PS3, just to complete all 6 Atelier games for PS3. And I was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna ditch everything before PS4 because I got so into the graphics. But talking to my friends again, they were like, they talk about older stuff a lot, and I was like mesmerized. And then I was like, yeah, I'll probably go back to PS3 to play Atelier and like Trails of Cold Steel or something if I can't find it for PS4. But yeah, and I really want to order Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 for PS4, because like it's so hard to find. I notice Filipino gamers here, or Philippine gamers, they like the stuff we like in America too, like the mainstream, popular, basic sports games, FPS, and story driven. There's a lot of that going online, just in the air, and like it's a really kind of niche to kind of find JRPG titles here. You'd think it'd be easier just because we're Asian, but I notice it's kind of like that too. And I just want to jump on ordering something, but I told myself I'll wait a month to see how I feel about it then. Cause like I've heard some good stuff about Trails of Cold Steel, but mostly it's this one thumbnail vidcap picture I saw online, and it was like you're running through the town and like you're doing quests, and like it said something like, oh, she needs her bread today or something, and I'm all like, oh my god, you have to go to the bakery and deliver bread to a person. And I really like stuff like that because I'm so weird. Like, I know in GameFAQs they give like JDevs, like the Japanese developers, such a hard time on like the usual kind of like basic sort of shit that you have to do all the time, like fetch quests and like just whatever people who play JRPGs expect all the time. But I really like that stuff. Like, and I like what is it? I was playing Link's Awakening, and it was I forgot what it's called, but it's like it's like a trading sequence. Like someone gives you the first item and you give it to someone and they give you something else in return, and then you give that new item to someone else and they do the same thing. So I really like that because like I try really hard not to go online and check, but I do it anyway. But I try my hardest not to spoil myself. But I like figuring it out on my own too. Just because it reminds me of when I was a kid and we had no internet, so you just had to click on everything and talk to everyone and go everywhere. So, yeah. And then, so I was talking about Atelier and Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2. And then, that's pretty much the only thing on my mind. And FF7 Remake. Yeah. And, okay, so I have like 7 minutes. So in my real life, sort of like other things I'm doing besides the stuff I want to do, like I'm really into hashtag self-care, hashtag skincare, and hashtag self-love because like I guess I'm just like a horny pervert because I look at girls doing their skincare stuff on YT on YouTube, and I get into it and it makes me want to do it because like ever since high school I've always had like blackheads and whiteheads on my nose. It's called sebum, but I just call it like clogged pores. Like I used to have to squeeze them out and stuff, and I know other guys have it too and it's normal, but it's been haunting me for a long time and I'm not bothered by it at all. I just do it. But the ones on my face, like especially right here, this area, and I didn't know I had it over here too because I can't see like over here. It's really hard to see what's on the side of your face. But I've had these clogged pores here, especially like ever since high school, and I never did anything about it. Like I would use Proactiv and that cleared my acne. But my clogged pores, it never bothered me and I never did anything about it until I became like an adult and I was like 34 or something, and I was like, man, these are actually starting to hurt a little bit. And like I always notice whenever I'm exercising and it's really hot, usually in the US I never sweat because I think it actually all stemmed because I was born in the Philippines. I'm Filipino. And I lived in San Francisco where it's cold as fuck as hell. And my skin is just not used to growing up in like hot heat. And then all of a sudden I'm in cold weather. And my pores just clogged up. And I never sweat in the US when I'm running, and especially on my face. I never sweat at all. But here, I'm like leaking like a faucet here, and I don't know if the sweat can't like come out because it's clogged, but it hurts. And it's really annoying when my face is hot, or like when you get embarrassed and you turn red, I can actually feel my clogged pores. It's kind of like a little pinch. And it bothered me so much that I bought a Comedone, like those pore extractors, and I did it on my face. And it was like the best decision I've ever done in my life, because that has been bothering me for years. And that was the best thing I ever did. And I do it every day now because I'm so addicted. Like, I pick my face a lot, even with like dirty fingers. Like, I don't care. If I spot a pimple, I'm gonna pop it. And like, if I'm in the car waiting, I just squeeze my nose and stuff and get all that junk out. Cause I'm such a gross person. But I'm addicted to the Comedone and extracting. I don't like saying extracting, but like squeezing out my pores. I just squeeze all that clogged shit out. I guess it's called sebum, but I just say clogged pores. And I do self-care, skincare now. Like, I don't know the order of stuff you have to do, but my basic routine is I used to use Nivea, like acne, whatever, but it has that tightening effect, and that's supposed to be a lot bad. So I just switched to Cetaphil Gentle Cleanser, and I actually like it. It's actually kind of cool. It feels clean. And I just got toner today, so I use toner right after. And it's kind of just like milk water or something, or like rice water. But it's supposed to help absorb all the stuff you put after it, and it cleans a little bit. And then I was using this pore minimizer stuff, but it was so oily that I don't think my skin can handle it, or it already did its job. Because I did notice my pores shrunk like a week when I was using it, and then it kind of stopped. So I might take it out because it's so oily. And then after I use moisturizer, I'm using Cetaphil again, Cetaphil moisturizer. And it feels like my face is so dry, but at least the oiliness is kind of gone. And then I use eye cream here. Just whatever eye cream, I don't really care. But I use a coffee one. I have two of them, but I just use a coffee one. And what else do I still use chapstick or lip chap. And then I was kind of thinking about putting on Vaseline, like slugging my eye bags and my lips, but I thought it would look too shiny on camera, so I didn't do it. And I put like a pimple patch right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but those pimple patch things are pretty cool. I still pop them though, but sometimes there are these huge ones that just don't pop. Like, it doesn't have a head or like an eye, so you can't pop it and it hurts. And sometimes I think it's just like a bug bite, but I put like pimple patches on those. Yeah. So I ran out of stuff to say, and I guess we'll end the video here, and I have to pee. Alright, so bye guys.